Hey, good morning, everybody. Few that are here. I do have my crowd shuffling in on Zoom here as well. So we're doing things a little bit different for those of you that are already here this year or this month. I'm having the Zoom come on at the same time. As you know, most of you know, I do more than one session a day. I do multiple sessions a day. This live streaming session is going to be kept to low share size and strike and recoil, more controlled entries without having reverse. So you're not going to see me do that, but you can see that on other videos if you're interested in that riskier style of trading. I am trying to show how to make $100 a day, $200 a day, maybe $500 a day, but you're not going to see those kind of numbers for a half hour to 45 minutes of actual trading here. So this is for the people to keep them safe, be conservative, and talk through the trades I make and try to keep the losses to less than $50 per trade, way less than that, hopefully, because we're only going for $10 to $20 per trade, depending on what the trade looks like. So that's what because I keep getting emails about the different style of trading. So that's what's going to be streamed, that kind of trading. I'm mostly out of concern, for people. So it doesn't mean you can't trade any share size you want. As it ended up, Charlie had $1,200 yesterday, but we did talk about that if she's going to be on this session, which I know is one of the few she can go on in her group, that they have to, she particularly has to lower her share size so that when I refer to her, there's a lot of reasons why we did that, but she agreed that made sense. She has plenty of opportunities, so you don't have to feel sorry for her. She's doing quite well. But the whole idea of their team coming in was to trade like the people on, the crowd on stream that don't have the money, to trade the large amount or can't risk the money. So that's why it's going to stay different. And you will see me introduce, because I will put out a regular video that isn't streamed, that is based on this stream. So you're going to see me reintroduce that just before I start to trade. I'm going to come on and say, hey, this is the professor, and just do the whole thing all over, because that means I've literally started the recording right then to put out for another video. So you guys get sort of an inside scoop before that happens. Not for too many more minutes this morning, but so we're going to look to see what's going on. So let's go ahead and go over. I will do this again as we start to trade on the video, like I just mentioned. But right now we have the SPY being bullish, QQQ bullish, IWM is cautiously bullish. Our mega caps, NVIDIA bullish, AMD bullish, AVGO, which is Broadcom, AVGO bullish, Micro Technologies MU is bullish, TSM is bullish. Everything's bullish here. Actually, as I read them down, Tesla, Palantir, Coin, Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix, BABA is speculative, Oracle, Hood is everything I just read. They're all bullish, so expecting the market to go up today. That doesn't mean it will, of course, as we all know. That's kind of what I've got prepared for me to say today on these things. So if we look at the scanners, and I did change these scanners from yesterday so that it didn't say, it says exactly what the scanner is here and what I like to have mindset, which is including the spread. And Palantir is right at the top here, and that's why it's up here right now. Intel's right here too. This is the one that we basically will look to find the stocks originally, but then if we want to get the ones that are really moving, we try to compare the two. So these are really moving ones that are 15 cents per 1 minute candle at least. And as you know, it'll be much more than that sometimes. So we want to look for these more, but I'd like to see them line up with the consolidation ones. So the more that I see double tap those, the better. I also have this one opened up, which is the volume one. I didn't actually set this new thing here, but so I'll try to see if there's. So I see AMD is here on this one, but not on the others, which is interesting. Let's start by looking at that this morning. I know we made a little bit of money on that yesterday. Let's see. I came back on this account and even made a little bit more money on the power hour yesterday, quite a bit. But I'm trying to keep this so we can put this on TradingView. So look at how it's consolidated today, huh? So it made a big climb at end of day, but it still hasn't reached where it was. I thought this hit into the 60s. No, I guess that was a few days back when I traded. Oh yeah, there's the high. So that high is still the same. Let's look at, and the fib low is still the same. It's just one day further back. So we'll keep those fib lines. And as you know, when I start to open up to trade, whole and half dollar lines are going to come up, as well as the ATR levels, which are going to tell us a lot. I mean, this is the whole prop firm layout, guys, that everybody learns from. So we're going to keep an eye on this today because it's just usually an easy spread to trade, and it has good action. Yesterday we did Apple, and it presented itself as, as a good stock to trade on the recoil. Let me get rid of that. No, so we have to change this. Let's just change the fib, right? Well, let's see. Is the low still the same? Yes. So let me just change this price to 270.49. Speeds it up a bit. We're just using these levels as channels, support and resistance for this particular strategy. So Apple went way up. I kind of want to see what the daily is on Apple. Yeah, so it's been up to 288. What's this number? This is kind of where we're at, huh? Let's mark this number. We'll make that a day level. Make that a different color. Just so I know that what that is when we go back to the... Are we right at that level right now? Or is that way... Oh, yeah, it's right there. So if it got back down to that would be a serious support. That's $10 down, $8 down now, so probably not. We probably won't see that. What was our ATR in Apple? Let's see. Our ATR is only $6, $5.91, so we won't see that action. But, Palantir was right up there, and it was up there on multiple scanners. Was it? No, it wasn't actually. It was only on the consolidation, so we're not getting the movement per 1 minute candle on this. So no, it's probably not one we're going to want to do strike and recoil on. Intel keeps coming up. What's our spread on that? 2 cents. Yeah. So this is, when you see this too, if this is thickly traded, we're not going to get many opportunities. So we'll keep an eye on it and just see. I mean, I might come back if I can't find something and look at that. Now Nvidia's hit on all three scanners, and that would be expected. It's just really become a grind lately on that stock. So that high is the same. Yeah, that fib can stand even though it's a little longer. It would end up in roughly the same spot. So let's see how it's respecting the channels of the fib. Not too bad. Look at that, huh? Really hit that 186 level and respected it on the post and pre-market. Look at it hit the fib here too. This is why you want to mark these fib levels. This is a 5 minute 10-day. This is the one that most people use, like when you're scalpers on the professional prop firms. So this is why you want to duplicate what they do, because they're all going to trade at the same areas. So this one did have a $3-4 move. Let's just take a closer look on this 5 minute, on this 1 minute here. We can't get to the day before. Okay, never mind. Let's just look at the 5 minute then. I don't want to change all my charts up. I want to zoom in on this a little bit to see what kind of action we could have had here. Each one of these represents 5 minutes, so this consolidating action at the open probably had some great opportunities. 186 all the way up to 180. Well, $2, but still. Then you had a big push through. This would have been scary, but you could, if you caught that up, great move, you know. And then it started consolidating again, and then I didn't see this at end of day. I didn't trade this one, but wow, what a flush, huh? I've got my news up on Benzinga, and oh yeah, thank you. This is what was going on yesterday, and I could not hear Charlie. Okay, so she is trading, but she's also helping me. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I had a little meltdown yesterday, but I was slightly perturbed about certain things going on here in the studio. So we had to talk about that so that I felt more comfortable trading. And so we're going to make sure that we kind of keep me in sync here. That doesn't mean it's going to correct all my misstatements and faux pas, because that gets a little annoying too. I think I say something and I say something completely different. In my mind, it comes out perfectly. I don't know. So once again, I plan not to trade the open. We will see if something presents itself. It really, as Charlie figured out, trading the open, really, unless I do the open strategy with big bucks on the strike and recoil, I end up digging out of a hole. And it's not if I'm trying to help you guys be conservative and trade conservatively and make money and bank it. Now, yesterday with the 213 that it ended up being before I did the power hour, which got it up to like, I don't know what it was, 600 or something. The same strategy. But $213, that's $4,000 a month, guys. 20 days of that. It's all about consistency. And that's so that you saw me trade. It was so low risk, you know. In my opinion, you know, it was very low. There's one trade, I think I was down $30, almost let it go, and then it came back down. I had shorted it, I believe, on maybe that was Apple. Yeah, I got this gingerbread flavored coffee. This is great. So I'm going to get ready to go into my intro here for everybody, and I'm going to repeat some of the data that I've just shown for the people that only watch the videos. There's a lot of people that can't stream with us, so doing a more consolidated one. But what you got for inside news is here that basically I showed you the scanners. I showed you what I'm looking at, and hopefully you've got those scanners. I know that if you didn't get them for free as I was coding them, I think they're $4.99 at the $1 Million Margin Club. They have one free script. Don't forget to get the free script. I've managed to keep that totally free, which is very helpful. It's I believe it's this one, and you can immediately see when you come to the day chart. Is that really true per 1 minute candle? Holy crap! Is that true? Wait a minute. Let's try this one. It must be. Wow, 400,000 shares on a 1 minute candle for NVIDIA. Oh my God. Look at MU today. Is that happening right now? All right, I'm getting excited. Hang on here. MU, it closed at 437. Right now the mark is 441. It's already up $4 on the post and pre-market. How did that develop? Oh, like almost immediately. Now it's kind of come back down. Now, we did trade this a little bit yesterday, I think, for the like 29 or $30. To me, it seemed a bit risky for people trying not to lose their butt. But let me go ahead and make the intro, guys. Let's get on something reasonable for people. And we're about to get into it, so I wish everybody good luck and see how it goes, huh? Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we are trading with a large crowd on YouTube as well as on Zoom. And we're going to be practicing the strike and recoil for this session, which will roughly last about a little less than an hour, I think. And what that really means is we look for action on a 1 minute chart. Everything's on Thinkorswim here. We look for action to go one direction, which we call the strike, whether it be up or down, and then we hit the opposite direction for what we call the recoil and get out very quickly. I do have the prop firm layout set up here, which is basically totally loaded with all the best custom indicators that they help teach people in their prop firms so they can make money for them in the prop firms. And it kind of like they used to call it with training wheels, but people just keep using them. And one of them is right here. So this is going to help with the strike and recoil to set the target of the particular stock. So this is really the candle range indicator, shows the spread as well. Of course, you always want to have one of the Scalp Pro meters. When you get them from $1 Million Margin Club, you get like 6 or 7 of them. I have the news here. I have the day chart. And the ATRs are going to come up here. I marked one level on a day chart here. But the ATRs will come up. This is a free script you can get over at the $1 Million Margin Club, so make sure you pick that up. This is going to show you the RV, which is based on Day Trading Volume 1 ATR levels, which are highly respected. I have a link to that book if you don't already own it. And then the overall ATR, which is the average true range of a stock over 14 days. How much it has moved up and down over 14 days, okay? So that's very important because so many people make note of that and get in and out of trades at that level, as they do on whole and half dollar levels. It's like a psychological thing. So you'll see those pop up every whole and half dollar when we get to open session, as well as the ATR levels will populate because those are custom indicators, so I don't have to do it, which makes it so easy. You also have the market pulse. What's the overall market doing? This is on a 15-minute chart, kind of shows me a little bit longer, but I also have it on a 5-minute chart. So you can see it's a little bit different. It's starting to all go green, so we'll see what happens on a 5-minute. This also has the multi-chart alignment, which are the little, this shows you 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour charts. What is their candlestick action? What is their price action right now? All green. And this shows you over here when we're about to cross to that. Again, very important because people jump in that only trade on 30-minute candles. Now you're going to see weird action on my layout because it's very sensitive. So you're going to see what I call shadow wicks come up a lot. Sometimes the price action doesn't even go to where the wick is. That's an algorithmic type control going on it. So you have to be careful of that and really watch your level 2. Now we're going to be doing ask and bid. And if we get partial fills, you might see me do flatten. If I can't get filled, I will do buy and sell market, but expect a slip. We're only trying to go for $100, maybe $200 a day here, very conservatively, which seems like an oxymoron on a 1-minute chart, but it is not. We're 1 minute away from market open, so we're just about to go. We also have the trend, ADX trend down here, which is helpful. And the average volume for 1 minute candle, and then over for per day, on a 1 minute candle that it averages, and then over a 10-day period what it averages on a 1 minute candle. So these come up on every stock that I trade instantly. Down here is another 5 minute. This is a 5 minute 10-day. This is a 5 minute 2-day reduced, 30-minute 1 hour and 4 hour, all reduced to help me set up. So we're going to go into more. We're going to just see the market open for a minute. I will probably not take any trade here as the market opens, but let me go to MU, and we'll talk about some other stuff here. Just so this is it. I always say never take a trade at the open, particularly the opening candle. If I take a trade at all, I'm taking a high risk level here. And remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and you should seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate anything here. The market is open. As you can see, the whole and half dollar lines did just come up, and MU is now trying to recorrect where it was earlier yesterday, which is, it was down here. So it's pulling back down to the 431. So it's interesting to see. Yeah, actually, I heard that Palantir had that was based on moves. That's an interesting news story down there. What is that actually saying there? Oh, so like a bubble. This is more expensive stock to purchase, of course. So, there's part of me that wants to ride this down for a little bit here for a very low share size. So why don't we take, I think I might take a move here and try to ride this down. I'm going to lower the share size, though, because this stock moves really, really quickly. And, so this is why you got to be very careful. That's a whole dollar right there instantly. So it's coming back. Okay, well, I'm kind of glad I didn't jump into that. I was just about to do it. But this is why you kind of want to wait. What we normally do is we wait. Sensible people wait. I am often not sensible. For it to reveal a consolidating pattern up and down between channels. Yeah, see, this is it. That's $3 it just moved, guys. Or no, $2. Those are 50-cent marks. I've been marking the whole dollars only, but yeah, just like you could lose if you're only going for a couple $100. You could lose $100 in a split second, and then you're trying to get it back with low share size. So I think I'm just gonna. This is what I did yesterday. I think I moved away from this. We're gonna wait a minute and just. I like to trade, so I get sucked in like everybody else. Let's talk about the bias that's been put together for me. The SPY is supposed to go up, QQQ up, IWM up. All these stocks I'm going to read all say bullish. NVIDIA, AMD, AVGO, MU, TSM, Tesla, Palantir, Coin, Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix, BABA. But BABA is speculative, it says. Oracle, Hood, and Iron. So those are all supposed to go up. More news today that crypto's near a bottom and should start going up, so it might be a good time to buy. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so you talk to your people about that. I just added into my wow. So I should have jumped on that, huh? Wow. Oh boy, is it going to turn around at that fib, or is it just going to go straight down? Thinking about getting in on this, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get picked up. 73. Nope. Way down here. I'm going to cancel that order. It would have picked me up right there. I'm just looking at the price action saying I'm definitely leaving money on the table here. This is where it's going to stop, I believe. So I'm just keep looking to see. I want to get in at a decent level there. 74 now if it picks me up. Wow, it took 2 times to get 25 shares. That's scary. And if I go out and market, it could be just register a loss immediately. So $23, almost a point on that trade. And I just got out quickly because, this is very, very risky here. But here's where I might go long on that fib level, or 32 maybe. It hit 432.32. That's the market magnet, which we didn't talk about much, but that's important too. There's the magnet way up there because it's at the open still, so not a lot's going on right now. It's not getting a lot of data to read is what I mean. A lot is going on, but it doesn't have enough. So it turned around right above, a buck above that fib. Nope. So we got a dragonfly there. 5 minutes just says straight down. 15 just says straight down. We don't have any new news. Anything new on Benzinga over here? No. Too early, really. And remember, get your scanners if you don't have them. I'm working off of the consolidation scanner is where I first start to look at what to get, and that's why it's on Micron right here. And that's at the $1 Million Margin Club. These are ones I've coded. And then I try to align them up because this one here is really designed for the scalp and recoil strategy here. MU didn't hit that, meaning it's not getting that much action, which is not really true because it is. It must be that it's not getting the volume on an average volume of over 100K. So maybe that's why it didn't hit it. Huh, interesting that it's not on that scanner. Didn't meet some criteria. And then finally, I have the volume one down here, which it also did not hit. So, yeah. Another reason why we don't really, it's not ideal for this strategy. It didn't hit these markers. I have 6 screens around me, guys, so I've got these everywhere. Then I made a general watch list myself, which I recommend doing. That kind of keeps the heavy hitters for a big click to check if you're just trying to find something that's moving better for you. I'm kind of waiting and buying time for us to get close to 15 minutes in so we can try to get some up and down action. This one's just screaming to make $10,000 on this morning. Sorry. Should watch some of my other videos. But I'm happy to keep it tight for people that are still learning. And remember, I am going to be giving a one-on-one Zoom diagnostic with people that have emailed me and are asking for one. You get the details about how that works and what you have to be prepared for. It's not started yet. It could be a month away, but we're lining up people, and then you'll get notification. First, you'll get notified that your email was received, and then next would be like, what it entails for you to make an appointment for that to happen. So, and all over it will be that I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is just my opinion on my knowledge of trading stocks, how you might improve your game based on the information you gave me. So it might be helpful for some and not for others. So it just depends what how you trade. Why don't we get a look to see, because this is scary for people, I think. So let's go ahead and go back to we did pretty good on Apple yesterday. Let's see if that is doing anything for us here this morning, any kind of consolidation yet. So once we zoom in, it's not so busy looking. Make sure you've got your Scalp Pro meter set up too, so you can really see the moves on these when we start to get consolidating. This is going to show you the sellers and the buyers inside the volume, and then it's going to show you how fast they're moving right here. Apple seems to be fading a bit, but it's hitting. This is a 50-a-day moving average. See how it stopped dead there? It's always a good idea to have it. If you see what I have open here, I have the 9, the EMA. You've got exponential moving average, okay, on the 9, 20, and then I have on the SMA, I have the 50, 100, 200, and then the VWAP. Then your ATR levels came in. This is the multi-candlestick tracker right up here. Market magnets up there, and which is based on volume profile settings. And then multi-chart alignment we talked about, whole and half dollar. Also got the MACD here, which is again a crossover on your exponential moving average. And then the buy-sell oscillator, which is based on RSI, relative strength index. So having those give you little arrows which way it thinks you should go are very helpful. And then there's the volume. That's important to see that we're making our volume levels, which Apple has no problem. Wow, I would say that, guys, this is a pretty good area to get in if it keeps using that. This might be one to look at just because we've got a 50 moving average. Let me get this over here. There's the market magnet. It's rejecting off the top of that, so that's a good short. I'd rather go long down here, though. It is supposed to be, it is long buys, Apple. Rotation back into safety mega caps. Most people are calling the Melania film a bribe. Oh, nice. Okay. That's at 30. That's at 40.39. I'm going to go in. I went ahead and went in there, took a chance. Oh, I have the share size is really low for Apple. I should have raised that up. Let's try to make a small profit and then rethink this. This is very, very tiny share size. I could add to it. So it broke it down here. So we could go down here to a 68 and add to the share size. But the fact that it's staying down here is a little concerning. So I'm at 42. It's at 29. I'm only 13 cents off my position. Here it's coming back up. So it's used this yet again, the SMA. I'll try to get out on an ask for a tiny profit here just because I want to rethink this in share size. If it goes back up. So $3. Woohoo! $3. Hey, it adds up, guys. So remember, they don't charge you for trading. So my max position on Apple can be 150 on this account if I hold it into a swing without having to worry about margin. And I always like to look at that just in case. I think I want to go long bias, but it's just moving down here. Let's see if it hits this 50 yet again. So it's really making a channel between 269 and 268, really. Just down here, a little bit below where it's been going. So see if we can pick up some decent money here. See, again, this is very sensitive, so your chart might not look like this. Buy the bid on the dip. Anywhere 68. Wow. I'm going to grab that. I tried to grab that. At 72. Nope. I'm going to cancel that order. It's going back up. I wish I would have got it down there. Here's your ATR RV right there. That would be the point of no return, $67. It's staying down here, so interesting. I would have already made money on that trade had I picked it up down here. There it goes. Went up off to 50. So now I'm more interested in going short up here. Short off that 68, 42 level. Oh, and there it goes. Didn't go back up. Looking for 68, a little bit above 68, maybe to that 42 level to sell. Which is the 50 moving average. Now it looks like I will use it as a resistance, and I will switch to short bias for right now, the way it's moving. But it's stopping right at the 68 and not going up that high. Oh, come on. I can hear you on the other one. There it goes. I'm going to get it. All right, 22. I went in market just so I could get it right off the bat. So, so we're at 50 shares now. Not exactly where I wanted it, but it looked like it was going to drop off, so... Yeah, the buyers took over that last one, but the volume was lower. But if it goes past that and stays buyers like that, that's not good news for me. So, all right, so that's a big hit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and double down on that. So I'm at 42 now, looking for it to recoil. So I'm have a pretty big negative trade for this amount of shares. Honestly, this isn't the best trade. So, but we got to give it a minute. There was 11 bucks in, but now that I've got 100 shares, well, I only got like $11 there, but it looked like it was making a rickshaw man. I don't know if it's going to keep going down, so I got out. We got our second good trade on our way to $100+. So interesting. So now the long bias is coming back in. Let me take a look at some of these others. So Palantir is way down $9. Intel is even money. Nvidia is down $3. So much for everything being good here. Wow. MU's way down. MU's down $13. Apple's down $1, which we're looking at right now. Had I stayed in that, of course, I could have made more. Tesla's down about $1. Oracle, thought about it, it's down $2. Hood was something I was looking at in the pre-market. That's down $2. I think crypto's about to take off, so I keep watching it. No accounting for why silver's so high. Gold is way up there, and I think people are taking their money and investing it, taking it out of crypto and investing it in precious metals right now. So AMD is not hitting my scanner here. What's up with that? Let's take a look at AMD, guys, just for a minute, because I feel like I don't have the data on this that I need. Kind of 5-minute. Okay, it's down big time. It's hard to do a consolidated pattern when you see that. You know, it's just hard to trade that. Let's see what it looks like on a 1-minute. Yeah, sellers are winning out, obviously. But it's coming back, so that retracement could work for us. 45.50 up, so that's $2 up right there. Kind of going back to the ones I was on yesterday because they did work out for us. So often on these, when they call it bias, it goes the opposite way first and then comes back. Okay. So I'm going to wait to try to call these. Piss me off. So that they're more definitive for you. I hate sticking this all the way in my ear. So I am in a studio here, and I do hear other noise around me. I feel so isolated when I put these all the way in. This is the first floor as opposed to the second floor of who's talking. So we just passed the 5-minute. And it was green. Yeah, it should go up based on the multi-chart alignment. Sellers were dropping with volume. Really, the signs are that this should go back up, even though it's not right now. Wow. I want to buy this because I feel like it's going to recover. 88. Just seeing if it's going to make a big dive here before I do that. Buy sell oscillator, that's that green arrow, says it's going to go back up. I'm going to go ahead and try 35, 50 shares. It's all over the board here. It's hurting me. $245.50 is the low. Now on AMD, also with Apple, on this I could go 150 shares if I wanted to hold it into a swing on this account. Ouch. Okay. Really looked like it was going to go up based on the readings. So I'm tempted to average in if it keeps doing this to me. I would say at the 245 level would be an area I would think about adding to my share here to go for a retrace back up, which means I might be holding this trade for a little bit if that happens. Oh, it's going to go up ahead of time, so oh well. I could have made more money had I doubled down right then. We'll just try to take a little profit right there, see if we get it. Yep. All right, so we made a little trade that helps us overall. I stopped at the 9 moving average there. Yeah, I was just about to average in, which would have made that closer to 30, 40 bucks. So it rejected off the 247.50 mark, just below the 20 moving average. There's our VWAP way up here. We're right in the middle of a fib channel, but that's a big channel. That's the $5 channel there. Remember, all these are half and whole dollar lines here. Yeah, I still don't get why AMD is not hitting the scanner. Oh, here's why. Oh, so it's below 100K in volume. Okay. That's why it hit the 50K one. Yeah, that's the one it hit down here is the 50K one. Let me change my... There we go. This is the scanner it came up on here. And now it's showing me, no, yeah, it has the close from yesterday here. So it's just dead on where it was. I don't feel so blind now looking at it from yesterday's close. So, which, you know, kind of like right in that area if you drew a line on the 15-minute. So really, if you don't count the post and pre-market, we're pretty much just dead on at this level. See what that looks like on the whole day chart. Remember, this is the whole prop firm layout that gives me all this data that I find extremely helpful. Some people say, oh, I know it already. So we're in this area here. Go across here, kind of not where it had been recently. Woo! Just made a new low. I will go in at this fib level if it gets here. It's moving pretty big here, pretty big moves here. Should be trading at short bias, that's for sure. So if I go in, taking a chance. These are not calling out to me like yesterday, so it's a little slower climb to get to our money. See, what do we have? 29 on MU. I don't know what we had on Apple. Let's take a look. How far off we are. It's a little early for that worry, but 13, And then MU was 23, so it's 36.40. So I'm only at like $60 right now. Nothing to write home about, but at least they're all good trades anyway. $100 a day, guys. That's $2,000 a month. Helps with a lot of bills, and you don't risk very much to get there. Spend an hour and then go on about your life. Okay, so here we are. We're at the level. But should I be considering going long, even though we have a good support, which should be a good support? Of course, you never know. So I kind of like to see it hit here, make a flat bottom, and then we could play short bias off off 245 and keep going down. Hit right above it. Just a few cents above it. So right now it's respecting it. Let me mark this tweezer, 5-minute tweezer. Right in that area is where we would take a short for sure. So here we go. It's got back up to the 245. Almost did it there. I would have already had a trade. Yep. Seems like it's going to channel there between the fib and the 245. It's going to give me another opportunity up there because I'll take it. It's too low right now. 76 on the market maker. Oh, that was an easy call too, and I just didn't grab it up there. Already would have been a 50-cent trade. $25, just like that, but we didn't get it. And there it goes. All right, so will it turn around at that fib or not? Is it going to give us some opportunities to channel? I can't really trade a stock like that. If it just keeps going down, then we're going to get it. We're going to move away. Spread 16. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna get away from this stock. You could say write it down. I don't know. Apple. It's just not the strategy. Might work for you. A lot of people are just going short on it. Let's see here. So this is also utilizing the fib here. Apple. Here's our 50 moving average. Apple hit that 270 is that's a strong psychological term. So that's the MACD sending it down further. That's what that white arrow says. Don't go long yet. Which I'm thinking about doing. I quickly assess this that I'd like to take a long trade here. Kind of made a big move here, so it's a little overextended from the open on a 5-minute. You can see it's turning around here, so I'm going to go ahead and go in there based on the candlestick action and the volume price action, although it did go down on the buyers. So I got it at 60, kind of a little bit higher than I wanted to get it there, but it looks like it's about to pop. So MACD says down. Fib says up, and MACD's winning. Now it's a resistance, unfortunately, so let's see if it can break through it. It's also a 50-cent mark right there. I'm 10 cents below the 50-cent mark. There it goes. Get me up there a bit. I'm tired of these $2 trades. Come on. Ugh. Unless, of course, that happens, then I would love to see that $2 trade. All right. Magnets down there. I'm going to go ahead and buy in, guys, and take a big chance here. So for the amount of shares that we're trading, this is a big chance. I'm down at just above the 270, looking for a recoil back up. So let's see. This, in a way, is in the middle of making a bull flag, I hope. Got to wait it out. It's a little painful right now. Let's try to get back up here into the 271 area and make our goal for the day. Here it comes. Yes, I hear you. I just didn't have any response for you. I'm saying what I'm thinking, guys. I think it's going to go back up. That's why I doubled down on it. Waiting for a punch a little bit bigger up to the fib, I hope. Could have got out for some green there. That's what it is. Like, you get greedy, and that's what happens. Come on, we're not done yet. It's good. This price action's pulling back. That's a good sign. What's our thing saying here? Okay, so this candle is going to tell us a lot. So here it comes. Make a big move up here. I'm not going to get too greedy this time. I'm just going to take it. It wasn't a real lot, but at least we're green. It took too long to go up there, so it got me a little worried that it might not continue. So another successful trade. This climb is tiny. We are a half hour after market opens. Is there anything here that's moving better than this? MU is still plummeting. Down to 417. Man. It just went up $4 as I was watching it. Let's just go back and take a look at that. Stock is crazy. Yeah, so this whole and half dollars are set for just $10 from the open. So now we've left that range, so you can tell it is trending down, broke the ATR. So this is a trending stock now, something you would not want to trade unless you just go one way, buy low, sell, or sell low, sell lower. Yeah, very, very risky to trade this. We're just going to go, I would not recommend it, guys. So Tesla's up $3. Let's just see if that gives us anything, because the volume is not crazy like Tesla normally is. Our spread is not crazy either, 13 cents. So Tesla's gone way down from that outlier stock that we used to all be concerned about trading. More like MU's that way now. So that went down. Now he's got that whole merger news out, which is kind of weird because he's merging with his own company before IPO comes out. That's a little sketch. Whatever. If you can make money on it, you make money on it. I don't want to judge. Interesting. That's an interesting pattern. Swale up, swale down, swale up, lower low, swale down. So really it should make a lower low and stop somewhere around here if it keeps to that pattern. This pattern where the sellers were steadily went up right here, which is that move. And that's almost 3 black crows, but what do we have for patterns? Nothing. Remember, that's in the candlestick pattern playbook, guys. Sometimes when they come into play, they really help. So that's a buy-sell oscillator saying it's going to turn around. So it's going to make a lower low. I would tend to want to go short at this magnet. Now, how much is that moving? Oh, that's a couple of bucks, I guess. This is a risky one. It's expensive. I'm thinking, why don't we lower the share size if we're going to try this just to be safer for everybody? I am thinking about going short up here. I kind of thought it was going to go up to at least get up to the 23, but maybe not. Maybe that was it. That was it. Now it's going back down. Too bad. That was already the trade right there. We lost that trade. I lost that trade. I saw it. I just thought it was going to go a little higher, but the buy sell literally told you where it was going to turn around. There it is, right just below the VWAP. So it's continuing to kind of swale down, then swale back up, but a lower low or lower high on the way up, however you want to call it. I have no idea about this fib. Did I mark this fib? 14. That is definitely marked correctly on the low. Yeah, so that fib is correct. I couldn't remember if I marked it earlier today. So I would definitely respect it there. Or at least at 424 if it gave us a chance again. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Trying to get to our goal, guys, so I'm picking stocks that are slightly more risky, but I'm keeping the share size low just in case. So down here at this level is where we stopped, right around 420. I hear you in my ear. Why? You don't have to text me too. What am I missing here? Okay, so Charlie's talking about other stocks. That they're trading that I'm not trading. So I'm just going over my watch list just so I can see what the action is. And right now, everything is down. So as you can see here, the Q and the SPY are down. So I'm not seeing that that's going to give us the consolidating action, Charlie, that I can do a trend up or down, obviously. But I was looking now, and NVIDIA's now down $6. It's getting worse, huh? Things are just getting worse here. Apple's now down. Not a great day for this trading, this strategy, because it's just trending straight down. Is it going to give us another opportunity here? It just made a bull flag, so let's see if it continues to do that. Bull flags are 82% accurate on average, but we need another green candle to be going up. Here, the way I'd write it, though, is I would write it as it turned around at the. I was trying to wait for the 423, never got there. Ugh, there it goes again. Not actually making a bull flag, guys. So, yeah. It's a little hard to read right here for consolidating scalp and recoil. I mean, right here within each candle is a whole bunch of scalp and recoil. So I think that's what we're going to have to do if we want to do this, ride this at all, is just get in, get out. It's giving us opportunities both ways, every single 1 minute candle. So you just got to call them right. Probably have to use market because it will not pick me up just because. Okay, so this is coming in. This is below the magnet, means it's going to pull it down. The average is below the volume average, so that is a sign that it should come down, further down. There it goes. Just what it predicted. That's the market magnet, guys. You've already got your trade already happened based on that. Look at the trend, huh? The ADX helps if you're unsure of a trend. There it is. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to start riding within the 1 minute and just take the scalp in and out. Let's look for a dip. That's 21. So it could go down a whole buck just like that. There's 24 cents up off the buck. I'm just looking at the level 2 to see how fast I can get in and out on the bid ask. It was 95. I'm going to go ahead and try to get in 93. It needs to pick me up fast or I'm going to get out of this. Yeah, I'm getting out. So I would have got a good trade and had to pick me up, but it didn't pick me up. Now I have to reassess. There was 93 again. 94 on the bid. Seems to be really hammering down here, so it might make a bigger flush. Looking for a bigger flush now. There's 89, 82, 83. Okay, I'm going to try to get it there. Fine. Oh, I thought it was 66 I was going to get it at. So I just want to get out quick on a recoil if it gives me an opportunity here. And it's not. It's recoiling below, so. Really, I thought I was 4 cents off the entry. I thought I was, so. Or no, more than that. God, I don't like this position. I just want to get out of this. I'll try to get out real quick at 98 to pick me up. I think if I went on market, you see how it keeps stopping just below? Yeah. If I went on market, it probably would have slipped the entire $3. The entire. I'm trying to be safe, guys. When I trade large share size, it's hard for me to lower it and then keep my same perspective about how I would trade this. Okay, so now we can think about adding to this position here at the 420. See if it holds the 420. Wow, it already came back up 34 cents. Would have been almost even money right there for me. We're at the bottom of the market magnitude. This should turn around here, guys. Also, the buy-sell oscillator. MACD sent it down. This sent it up. We have a nice low share size, not much risk unless it does a real plummet here. And it's making like a flat bottom, so it's possible that it really breaks it low, but we're looking for it to go the other way. There goes the buyers coming in. You could see them coming in here, percentage 96. So yeah, we could have already, if I doubled down, I could have made a nice profit already. Yeah, I hate the price action here. I hate it. Yeah, confirm send. What the hell is it doing here? Confirm send. Oh, pfft. There, I just flattened it. So I had only sold 2 shares there on that. So 5 whole dollars. That was painful to trade. What's our time? We're not to the $100 I'd like to get to. But every trade's been successful, right? So let's go back to Apple and see if we can get something here that's more reasonable. And I'm looking on the scanner and I'm seeing that it's swaling back a little bit. At some point, I think stuff's going to turn around and go back up today, unless there's some news I'm not aware of. Has anybody got any news I'm not aware of here in the overall market? No, the futures were down a bit. No. No micro, news that would move the micro here. There's news about the SpaceX deal. These are the highlighted one, the semiconductor rally. Yeah, so this really should be. Yeah, so this should be going up, man. AMD should be going up. It's even money right now. Let's take a look at that again. I think AMD might be our ticket, guys, to make some money here. I'm sure some of you are already way ahead of me because you've been trading higher share size. Yeah, so this is some good consolidation action. So let's zoom in on this. It hit the fib and rejected. So that fib looks like it's being respected. We want to trade this long bias, so we got to be careful just instantly going short off this. That news was good news. It might just be taking a while to reflect here. Wow. As you can see, the trend is clearly down. We do not have a pattern there. Is this fib going to hold again? What I'd like to do is have this dip in and buy it down here. I'd like to go long biased rather than to jump on short here. We'll go up to 50 shares. This is just roughly a $2 move here. So any kind of a decent move, if we get it the right way, we're going to make our goal today. Now, for those of you on Zoom, you know I'm having another session after this, which should start promptly at 11. And then I will be doing the power hour. One of these power hours I'll stream for everybody. I know you have different time zones. Stalled at this fib, guys. Stalled here. It's being respected. That's the 244.50 mark. So that is a rickshaw man, which means it's going to reverse course if you believe in patterns. You can see the buyers went down. Let's see if we can get it down here and ride it back up, guys. That's what I'd like to see. Or even in this area, and then if it kept going, I'd add to my position. Only going 1/3 of my position with 50 shares. So I have chance to, if it doesn't immediately recoil, it gives me another chance. Or I lose more money. It's using the fib as a support now. It might decide to break back up here. So that was a level on a tweezer move I marked earlier. That's not much of a level, guys. It's just marked on a tweezer move there on the 5-minute. Wow, it's just consolidating right here. Does not want to go past that fib much. Give us a big drop so we can get in down here. 244 seems to be where it's settling. I will either buy or I'm going to buy market instead of bid to get into this move. The spread's just, wow, the spread's 18 though. It'll kill me on the spread. Thinkorswim will kill me. Yeah, volumes below what we like to see. So that means that it's going to continue to go up. When you see that turn blue as it's going up, that means this volume surpassed the other volume. And it says in all likelihood that a bunch of people will jump on, kind of like that surfboard. I think it already did it. Is this going to be a flat top breakdown or is it going to be a breakout? It's a breakout. There it goes. Yeah, I don't think I want to short this, so we have to wait. Right when I get over here, it breaks the consolidation that I was looking for. So it's the consolidation in between the channels, ceilings and floors. That's the key. So that's why it's so slow this morning, because it's either going straight up or straight down. You don't want 2 or 3 point moves in one direction. You want 50-cent moves back and forth on a channel for this strike and recoil strategy. Yeah, I don't want to jump on. A lot of people would say it's going up, go. You might get lucky. I mean, that was a really strong move there. So the $5 could send it down. I'll buy off the fib. If it hits the fib, I'll buy. You're going to give me a chance to buy off the fib. There's 33.20. Pretty close. 33. Already a good trade if it gets up there. That's not where I wanted it, but that's 10. That's, what is that, 10 bucks? 10 bucks. I don't know. That was something. So that was a consolidation strike and recoil move. If it breaks the fib, it's less likely to be a good move. 44 is where it was stopping before. I'm going to go for it. Got it at 92 this time. It's not looking good. So 43.50. Oh, it broke that too. Oh, it's hurting me. It's hurting me. Let's look at the 5-minute here. And I really want to play this long. I don't want to think about shorting this, so I'm going to hold into this move a little bit. But I may average in down here if it keeps going down to 2/3 of my position. Trying to make a move here to get us to where we want to go, so I'm kind of forcing it in not the best price action. I mean, this strategy definitely works. We're just not getting good setups this morning to trade it. That's why I create the scanners to try to pick up on the price action on the 1-minute candle. I'm going to go ahead. Looks like it's about to turn around, so I'm going for it. Will we end up in the red this morning, or will we make a big move here? See, the sellers dropped. Made sense to average in until you read that. Oh, dear. I got everybody to trade lower on Charlie's team, and now I might have to come back and make them money. Come on, guys. Do what you're supposed to do here. AMD, you had good news. Oh, MACD, do not send it down, MACD. Oh, that wasn't good to see. And this volume coming in below is also going to send it down. So I can go in another 50 shares. So this is where it should be turning around. If it doesn't turn around down here, then I should probably just lick my wounds and get out. So we don't get too far down to recover. Holding in it. We really got down to the point where it should turn around. You got the buy-sell oscillator turning it around. That's a big 5-minute negative candle here. Right about that level is where a tweezer moved around. It's a lot to recover from in this price action here. There's the magnet. Bottom level, already pulled it down. This should help it on the 50% on the magnet. Thinking about going into full position here if I see a turnaround sign. Yeah, I see it. It's going to turn around. So we're going to go back up to 150. It should go up here. Famous last words. Volume increased as it's going up. All signs are we're going to rocket here. Let's rocket it up. There she goes. Come on. Come on, baby. Next green candle. Now we get out the prayer indicator. Let's make our moves. I saw that coming, and that's why I went full in there. We'll go ahead and get out for not get greedy. That's all. It's just not get greedy. It could go all the way back up here, but signs are it will continue to go up. But I was telling myself, don't get greedy. You were about to be negative for the day. So we got 58 there. MU was 20, so that's $61.80 there. And then what was the other? That was AMD, right? What's Apple? Yeah, so we're over the 100. Whew, boy, that felt like that. That was rough. Jesus. Now you'll see me do that with 1,000 shares or 750 shares, which, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab has its own, what they would call it, a dark pool. It routes it their way, and then they make money both ways, in and out, short and long. But you get filled on market. You saw me get some partials on even 25 shares. It wasn't picking me up. Is ridiculous that happens. That's why I like going and paying. I just rather pay their market fees, even on 1,000 shares, and just, it's not really a trading fee. It's based on how you do it. So we made our goal. It was tough. I've got to get ready for the next session, guys. I hope you all did well on this. So, and if you don't have the prop firm thing, you should definitely think about that. To help you out. I saw that about to turn, and that's what gave me the confidence to average in and go long, and it paid off on the Apple one there, or on the AMD one there. So to me, it was just right there, no problem. But so I will be back in the morning streaming, guys. I think. I hope you did well today, and keep looking for the possible power hour. I'm looking this way because here's where you are, my streamers. You're on this left top screen right here. And my zooms are over here. Half of my center screen and my full right screen. So two different zooms. And then down here I have a Charlie and her little group. So you would think it would slow down my computer, but I got that new computer that's just super, super, super fast. Anyway, so get your scanners and then look for, it's hard. There's not a lot of consolidation today. I hope you're doing good. If any of you caught those little trends, you're probably doing great. I just didn't want to take the chance with everybody to do that. So I kept it conservative, I feel, anyway. That AMD almost got me caught up, but it would have come back either way. It would have come back, in my opinion. Famous last words. But I mean, they just always, again, I don't like to use the word always, but they come back, these large caps. They give you opportunities to, to do this stuff where you can get, if you're just in the wrong position, it's still coming back up to the fib. You can see it on the 5 minute. Here's the level that I drew where it tweezered, or I really smoothed the level down there. There's not a lot of, this is just to help me for the strike and recoil. I wouldn't hold a lot of weight in that 42.35 level if you marked it off. But I use it to help me look at the indicators right when it's getting to where it had turned around before, and then call it, which is what I did. It's going up. And then right the next second, the volume hit as it was going up. So it was like, oh, it's definitely going up. So now if I'd held that with 150 shares, I'd be probably close to $200 now, because it just kept going up. Again, I didn't want to get greedy. Because here's where I got out, somewhere here, right? I got out here, I think, very low down here, and got all the way up and hit the fib. So that's another whole dollar. I would have had that would have been a $150 trade or more, right in that area. So I got out early for like 25 or 30 bucks or something. So, but green is green, right? Green is green. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in the morning. Be careful out there and go green.